ParentChild Plus doesn't just deliver resources. It creates trust. It says, we see you and your home culture and language are strengths, not barriers.
This is Hourglass, the podcast for United Way of King County in Seattle. Coming up, a conversation about ParentChild Plus, a national organization with local affiliates that works with parents, toddlers, communities, and caregivers to support children's early learning. We'll chat about ParentChild Plus with United Way Community Impact Manager Whitney Nakamura and Elisa Jimenez of El Centro de la Raza, a United Way-supported Seattle-based organization that serves as a hub and a voice for King County's Latino community. We'll also chat about our summer meals program for school-aged children and a local volunteer opportunity. I'm your host, Joe Burris. Thanks for tuning in. According to a 2024 article in the Delaware Journal of Public Health, infants' brains at 6 months are activated by speech sounds found in different languages. But between 7 and 11 months, their brains are increasingly activated by the languages heard mostly at home. By the end of the first year of life, children's brains are activated almost entirely by speech from home languages. By 18 months, the article says, brains centered on home languages help babies focus on and process the thousands of words that ultimately become their vocabulary and lay the groundwork for learning. In fact, researchers say that within the first 5 years of life, our brains develop faster than any other time in our lives. And that development underscores the fact that during those early years, parents are a child's first and best teachers, and that childhood experiences from birth onward greatly impact how well a child can learn about, adapt to, and succeed in the world around it. It means that the importance of early learning cannot be overstated. And the benefits of early learning exceed far beyond those early years. According to Sprig Learning, an Ottawa-based early learning resource provider, children who grow up in homes with 20 books or more receive an equivalent of at least 3 years of schooling. And early learning increases high school graduation rates by 14%. But Sprig also said that 75% of children from middle-income families started school ready to learn, compared to 48% of children from low-income families. Our own research shows that here in King County, 2 out of every 3 children from low-income families lag behind their peers when they start kindergarten. That is why United Way of King County supports ParentChild Plus, a national organization with local affiliates that works with parents, toddlers, communities, and caregivers to support children's early learning. ParentChild Plus says its mission is to ensure that each child is ready for formal schooling, regardless of race, socioeconomic status, or zip code. It offers an in-home, one-on-one learning model where toddlers and parents are matched with trained coaches known as home visitors from the same language and cultural backgrounds. Home visitors meet with families twice a week for 30 minutes a visit. The program is designed for children 16 months to 4 years old. The program provides books, activities, and toys, including those that align with cultural backgrounds. ParentChild Plus says that home visitors also model positive interaction and teach parents how to work with and advocate for their children. ParentChild Plus is offered locally by many nonprofit organizations, including some that are funded by and that partner with United Way. They include El Centro de la Raza, a United Way-supported Seattle-based organization that serves as a voice and a hub for King County's Latino community. El Centro de la Raza provides ParentChild Plus as part of its early learning home visiting component. El Centro de la Raza also offers support to ParentChild Plus participants and connects them with community resources. Hourglass recently sat down with United Way Community Impact Manager Whitney Nakamura and Elisa Jimenez, ParentChild Plus supervisor at El Centro de la Raza, for a conversation about the program. We begin with Elisa, who says that ParentChild Plus is about dedication to family and it makes an impact well beyond school readiness.
It's about relationship building, language development, and parent empowerment. A lot of the families we work with are immigrants, refugees, or from historically underserved communities. Many are navigating systems for the first time in the U.S. Child Plus doesn't just deliver resources. It creates trust. It says, we see you and your home culture and language are strengths, not barriers.
Whitney, can you just talk about United Way's relationship with, interaction with ParentChild Plus? What does that mean for our organization?
Yeah, thanks. So we are fortunate at United Way to have a very long-term, strong partnership in developing and growing the local ParentChild Plus network. So it's a national model, and the ParentChild Plus National Center is actually on the East Coast. We have a great long-term partnership with them as well. But locally, we have a number of community-based organizations all over King County that are implementing the ParentChild Plus program. And what's so great about this is that they are able to take this model and really personalize it to the needs of their families, their communities. So, cultural considerations, linguistic match between staff and families, and really embedded within the community, making sure that the activities, the recruitment, the materials all align with those focus populations and families that they're working with. And so United Way has been a long-term funder, supporter, promoter of ParentChild Plus, and really we've been able to spread awareness, grow the support, and really over the years, be able to bring in new organizations so that this great early learning home visiting program that we know is so impactful for kiddos, like being able to bring that to more communities so that this, this can have a bigger reach and really based on community interest and input. And so what that looks like is over the years, different community-based organizations saying like, either we don't have any early learning program and we want to develop something. We see this need, our families are asking for this and being able to partner with them to build their ParentChild Plus program. Or the opposite, like sometimes, organizations already have a department or already have some supports for young kiddos and they're identifying this need or this gap. And so it's been amazing to see how this program can be implemented in so many different organizations in so many different ways. But it's always coming from community. I mean, it's always coming from these organizations and these staff and families saying like, we need this or we're missing something here. And so because it can be adapted to be so like culturally relevant and personalized in that way, it really has been a good fit in aligning with the kind of the values and the work of these different organizations. Mm-hmm. And because we're able to support, throughout the county, that means there's pretty good geographic distribution. There's good, kind of cultural and community representation. So we've been able to partner with a number of organizations over the years.
Speaking of community and family, you're doing ParentChild Plus through El Centro de la Raza.
Correct.
You can just talk a little bit about that and what this program means to that organization.
Yeah, so I'm just going to talk a little bit what El Centro de la Raza is the center of people of all races. El Centro de la Raza has been part of this work for decades. If you're from Seattle, you probably know El Centro's building on Beacon Hill, historical building. It's an old school that was taken over in 1972 by a group of Chicano activists led by Roberto Maestas. They transformed into a civil rights and community space, and today it offers over more than 43 programs and services that benefit more than 21,000 individuals and families across our region.
Wow.
The impacts, educational outcomes, increased graduation rates, family empowerment, parental confidence, equity and access, cultural responses, breaking cycles of poverty, community and languages support, bilingual learning, trust, and systems. And ParentChild Plus is one of the early learning programs that lives inside that mission. When you walked into El Centro de la Raza, it's filled with color, culture, and community pride. Families who participate in ParentChild Plus, they're filled deeply connected because of the program. It's bilingual, bicultural, and community-based. Both are rooted in the belief that education, justice, and culture are inseparable. And when we support families early, we set entire community up for success.
Great. And so, Whitney, one of the things that really struck me when I heard about ParentChild Plus is that talks about the one-on-one, the home visits, and how the person from ParentChild Plus will come and the parent will think, okay, well, they're here for the kid. I can just go and cook dinner. I can get my chores ready. And the ParentChild Plus person said, no, I'm here for you too. This is all part of, just talk about just a little bit of that and how United Way, how ParentChild Plus really incorporates the mom, the dad, the stay-at-home parent into this program.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I think a lot of folks get excited about the program and enroll for their kiddo, right? Like all of our families want the best for their children, and they are eager to learn about child development and really have the resources, the physical items and the information to promote that. But ParentChild Plus is so much more. I mean, that's kind of the hook that gets folks excited and why families want to enroll. But really, it is supporting the whole family, the whole community. Like it ripples in terms of the positive impact. And so much of the program really is supporting caregivers, really working with them, building their confidence, their awareness, their skills. Because they are the best teacher. They are the best person for their kiddo. And just having that support, like having that person outside of your family be able to say, like, you're doing great. Let me tell you about what I just saw. Let me, maybe put terms or put context to what you're already doing and really build on those strengths. Mm-hmm. Because, even though ParentChild Plus is this pretty long-term program where early learning specialists are visiting for 92 visits. So it is a long-term intensive program, but still in terms of that family's life, that kiddo's life, like that's pretty short. And so it's really about making sure caregivers have that confidence, that understanding, that skill set, so that when the early learning specialist leaves, they are able to continue growing that incredible work that they're doing with their kiddo, but also, growing in terms of maybe like professional development or new connections in community, getting familiar with other resources. So it really is seeing this kiddo within the context of their family, within their community, and having a very culturally relevant way to support that whole ecosystem. Mm-hmm. So yeah, it is absolutely more than the kiddo, but that is kind of the initial, the early learning development and supporting kindergarten readiness is obviously a key important part of it. And that is what gets a lot of the families excited.
Great. If I'm a parent and I sign up for this, home visits start, what else does the ParentChild Plus person come with? I mean, what am I expecting when they show up?
Yeah, so they do show up with a toy or a book and resources depending on what the family needs are. We always ask, what the needs for the families might be that day or that week. Sometimes they are very shy or they won't even say what they need, even though you could see it. So we always wait for them to open up to us so we could provide those resources. We also provide activities that are related to the book. And depending on the child's development or needs of the resources or the activities that they might need, we provide that too as well. So
what are some of the books, some of the activities that are really key to El Centro de la Raza that you incorporate? When my kids were young, they got Goodnight Moon, they got The Hungry Caterpillar, they got Dr. Seuss. I mean, what are you all teaching them?
Yeah, so our guide sheets are like the books and the toys that we provide. We do have Goodnight Moon, but the only difference is that Goodnight Moon's in Spanish, Buenas noches, Luna. And so we try to provide them with books that they're going to see in kindergarten and also provide them in their language. Since we target mostly Spanish-speaking families, we make sure that all the books are in Spanish for the families.
Mm-hmm.
And also there are books that little ones are going to see when they go to kindergarten. So there's not going to be like, oh, I've never read this book, but they have. They enjoyed it with their families. We also try to incorporate more books that are culture relevant to them so they could still recognize, their culture, be proud of their culture, where they come from, their language. Because sometimes when you migrate to this country, you lose all of that behind. You leave that behind. You leave who you are. So making sure that they know their identity, their race, their culture, and making sure that they're proud of that. So when they go to school, they're very prideful of that, just because sometimes, we forget who we are. And so we make sure that we empower these families with their culture, with who they are. So yeah, I think I love that.
I like what you were asking around, kind of what are the actual items, the books and the toys and the resources that are brought, because even though ParentChild Plus is a national program, its implementation locally within a state, within an organization can look so different because it really is so responsive to those focus communities. And so even, I feel fortunate in my role that I get to kind of see what that looks like in many different locations, in many different community-based organizations. And so even hearing how the same, maybe the same type of toy or the same book or same type of activity really is utilized so differently from site to site, because it is, just like Elisa was saying, it's that combination of getting kiddos familiar with certain concepts or items that they will be using in kindergarten, but also promoting that positive cultural identity, connection to family, connection to community. Like, it's so remarkable the way that one activity can look so different from site to site, and the creativity of staff in implementing it so differently within the model. And so I feel like every day when I talk to folks, it's like, oh, what a cool way to introduce that concept, or what a cool way to have this same toy used so differently and in a way that, reflects what the family is doing.
Now, you speak from lived experience when it comes to ParentChild Plus. Tell us a little more.
Yes, correctly. I was a parent in the program with ParentChild Plus. My journey began, as a parent, and I was looking for something to help my child's early development and build confidence as a mother. The support that I received through ParentChild Plus truly changed my life. It helped me see that I was already my child's first and almost important teacher. The experience inspired me to become an early learning specialist myself, working directly with the families in the community, many of whom share my background, language, and hope for their own children. Over the years, I grew into leadership roles, and today I'm proud to serve as a supervisor, supporting other educators as we continue to build relationships, celebrate culture, and empower families. El Centro de la Raza has been the heart of this work. It's not just where I work, it's a place that uplifts me, and now I get to help others grow through it too.
Right. So lastly, if I am a parent, I'm listening to this, I'm interested, what do I do next?
You're interested in the program, you could go through El Centro de la Raza's website, and under early learning, it's going to be the information for the program ParentChild Plus, and then Whitney could provide you with the...
Yeah. So as I mentioned earlier, we're fortunate to partner with a number of community-based organizations all over King County who have ParentChild Plus sites. And so if somebody's interested in the program and they are not kind of the focus communities, the Spanish-speaking communities that El Centro works with, they can go to the United Way of King County website. And in the early learning section, we have a listing of all the ParentChild Plus sites in King County. And each site kind of has a different, geographic focus, different racial, ethnic, or linguistic focus. And so families can really, kind of look at the full list and see what is the area, what is the community, what is the program that, best aligns with my family and my needs.
Whitney and Elisa, ParentChild Plus, thank you so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Again, for more information about El Centro de la Raza's ParentChild Plus work, Log on to elcentrodelaraza.org, click Get Help, and then click Child and Family Services. For more information about United Way of King County's Parent-Child Plus work, log on to uwkc.org, click Educational Opportunity, and then click Early Learning. You know what goes hand in hand with summertime? United Way of King County's Summer Meals Program, which provides free, nutritious meals to youth under 18 throughout King County. United Way is proud to partner with the City of Seattle, No Kid Hungry, Hunger Free Washington, and the Office of the Superintendent of Public Instruction to provide free summer meals and help ease the financial burdens on families this time of year. Free summer meals programs are not hard to find. They're at parks, schools, recreation centers, and other places in your community. For more information about the Free Summer Meals Program, log on to freesummermeals.org. Do you love food and providing nourishment to local communities? The University District Food Bank is looking for volunteers to help serve food to members of its community. If you have just a few hours a week to give, you can make an impact on people's lives. University District Food Bank has volunteer opportunities Monday through Saturday, with some shifts during evening hours. For more information, log on to udistrictfoodbank.org. At United Way of King County, we are working side by side with communities to build an equitable future for everyone. Hourglass United Way is a podcast that highlights how we and our partners spend time making a difference in our communities. Our work is made possible by the generous donations from people like you. Please send comments and suggestions about our podcast to hourglassunitedway@gmail.com. To learn more about our work or to support United Way, log on to uwkc.org. I'm your host, Joe Burris. Thanks for listening. Until next time.